shall we?
Sure. Oh, yes, sincerely, we are still open to things that you think would be useful. We can talk about it after the session, maybe. Then in that case, shall we just get started? Okay, guys. So today we're going to be talking about your income, and hopefully this clears up some misconceptions that y'all might have, or answers some of the questions that you might have when it comes to your income and how you make it and how you receive it and how you can increase it, which I'm sure everyone is interested in. So okay, today we'll be covering how your income is calculated, when it will be sent out, roughly when you will receive it, what you should do if you don't receive it, how free promotions will affect you, how the fast pass affects you, and how privilege can benefit you when it comes to making that. So, firstly, how your income is calculated. I know that for those who have just gone premium or who have just been contracted, this might be a pressing question for you. Firstly, what we need to know is whether your readers are using free or paid coins to open your chapters or buy you gifts. FastPass is obviously free, but whether you earn actual money depends on whether your readers have paid for the coins that they're using to buy you things or open your chapters. And before you ask, no, you cannot tell what they use. We also cannot tell what they use. Only the system will know and it will calculate for you. Another thing that affects how your income is calculated is how much your chapter will cost. A 1,000 word chapter will roughly equal to about 5 coins. This means that every 200 words will be about 1 coin. So this is also why we have made premium chapters a minimum of 1,000 words. We used to not have this word limit, but then we had authors posting like 500 word premium chapters. Obviously, that's not going to earn you much. Then you come and ask us why you're not earning money. It's because it's very easy for your readers to spread out their free coins when the chapter is cheaper. So this hopefully guarantees you a certain amount of paid coins being used. Then again, don't do like super long chapters just because we tell you that like longer chapters equals to more coins, because people will freak out if the chapter is too expensive. If your reader does use paid coins, this means that per coin you earn about 0.02 USD. Okay, so how does your income work each month? On the 5th of every month, you will be able to see your income in Inkstone. Please don't ask us at the end of the month. Please don't ask us on the 1st of the month. It is the 5th of the month. Unless this happens to fall on like a super important Chinese holiday, like, I don't know, Golden Week or something, it usually will come without fail on the 5th. It may not be at midnight on the 5th, it can be like afternoon of the 5th, and then you should also take into account time zones. Okay, then on the 10th to the 19th of the month, Webnovel will start sending out payments. That's when you should start checking your bank account. Don't okay, never mind, I'll touch on that later. But yes, this is roughly the time period. Then on the 21st of the month, if you still haven't received your money, please ask your editor. And then if you have bounce payments from previous months and you are able to receive the bounce payments, that you've made the changes to your bank account or you fix whatever needs to be fixed, this is the deadline for you to tell your editors like, hey, okay, I've made the changes, I think I can receive the money, please try to get the money that I did not receive last month to me. So 5th, 10th to 19th, 21st, 25th. Okay, then everyone wants to know, when will I get my money? Everyone wants money. It's not a bad thing, it is just a frustrating thing. All of you can see your payment status in Inkstone. It will change from ready to pay to paid. then you wait 3 to 5 business days from when it changed to paid. Please note weekends do not count as business days. Public holidays also probably won't count as business days depending on where you are, where your bank is, where our bank is. And then sometimes you can take even longer than that if we have many intermediary banks. Like our bank cannot directly transfer to your bank. Our bank has to go through like a middleman bank. That might take even longer because it has to take like a detour. The meme on the right might be funny, but it's very sad because we've actually encountered this multiple times. So, yes, please wait 3 to 5 business days. Sometimes it's really fast. Like, if we send it on the 10th, then you magically receive it on the 10th. This may not happen every month. This may not happen for every bank, and it will not happen for every author. Some authors have to wait longer just because other people are receiving their money and you don't. Please don't panic. Okay, then what happens when you don't receive it? This is when everyone panics and you're like, now I have no money and it's gotten swallowed by the international bank transfer monster. Um, okay, firstly, please wait until after the 20th of the month before you ask your content editor. You cannot ask us any earlier because we don't know anything before then. Actually, this month we also don't know anything until today, so don't ask us now either. Maybe ask us next week. Um, Please provide the screenshot of your income page when you ask us. So it will be very helpful if you can show us the income page that you're seeing so that we have a very clear idea of what's going on. Please provide us with the bank account holder's name for your bank. Um, so that we know who we're looking for when we try and ask for the invoice. And then tell us how much you think you are supposed to receive. Uh, yeah, so again, it will help a lot in terms of helping us look for where your money went. And then please wait. Please be patient and wait. Asking us multiple times will not make the information come any faster. So let me reiterate this. The content editors don't get information from the finance team until they have settled things on their end, which usually is the 20th of the month. As you have noticed, the past couple of months, it has been a bit later. So this month also is a bit later. Please don't ask us yet, partially because it's very frustrating. We don't really know anything, and then you badgering us will not make us suddenly know something. And also, if you ask us now, like if you ask me on the 15th and I get information on the 20th, um, I will not remember you. I will not, I have to like talk to 100 people every day. I legit will not remember your request when I do actually get the information, and then you have to ask again on the 22nd or something. So ask me when I can give it to you immediately. Don't make me try and remember it because again, like my memory is not very good nowadays, so I sound like an old lady. But yeah, so try not to ask us before we get anything. Ask us after we do, so that we can just immediately give you the information. And it's very efficient. Please don't keep asking us. We also don't know anything until we know anything. So asking us will not suddenly give us information. Okay, I'm gonna tell you to continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe. Yeah, so now I'm going to talk about how does free promotions affect me. I think we've had this question from a couple of different authors before, so I was thinking it would be good to address here. So what are free promotions? Essentially, from what I've known so far, there are two different types of free promotions, but do take note that there could be more than these two, and they could come in different forms, but these are just the two that I've seen so far on the app and that I am aware of. So yeah. So one of it is called Limited Free for You, and basically there will be a novel there that is free to read for a set period of time. Usually is about 24 hours, and it's usually tailored to the reader. So different readers who have different tastes will see a different book in that spot. So it's not the same for all users throughout. So do take note on that. The other one is known as free reading, where a select number of novels will be free for readers to unlock and read. Also, usually within 24 hours or another set time frame. Sometimes it's 48 hours, for example. So these are the two that I've noticed so far. Yeah. So in the next slide, I have the image of how the limited free for you would look like on your app. I think it's on the feature tab, if I'm not wrong. If you scroll down a little bit, you should be able to see it. It has, the book title there, the cover, the genre, and then it also has like a timer that counts down so that I guess it makes readers more excited to click on it faster, for example. Yeah. So the common question I get asked is then, if my book is free to read, how am I going to make money? Well, first of all, the free reading is only set for a limited period of time. So this is why you might often hear your content editor telling you, have more chapters because it's more beneficial for you in the long run. And this is one of the reasons why, because if you have more chapters on your novel, it will take the reader more time to read, and then there's a higher chance of the reader not being able to finish before that time frame is up. So therefore, they potentially will become a paid reader if they choose to take up the book during this free promotion that was going on for you, and then eventually they become a loyal follower. So that's the conversion that we are looking for, and that is why this promotion is actually beneficial for you. Yeah. So TLDR, all promotion is good promotion. Yeah, because sometimes you have readers who, they might not have thought of picking up your book uh before this, but seeing it on promotion allow allows them to take that chance, and then if they enjoy it, they continue reading, and then it's beneficial for everyone. Yeah. So my next slide is an example of how this would go by. So for example, if there's a novel with 200 chapters and counting, and let's just say it has 150 locked chapters, if it goes become free to read for 24 hours and it gets picked up by a reader, I guess on average, maybe it might take them 3 minutes to read a chapter, for example. So if they read, even if they can go through 100 chapters in that day, probably about 5 hours, and then the free reading ends. Let's say the reader enjoys the book, so then they continue reading, and then when they become a follower of the novel, they have to unlock chapters, right? So then, therefore, eventually they become a paid reader, and then it brings in income for you. So very advantageous, very beneficial. Yeah. Yeah. So next, I'm going to go a little bit more about what you need to know about fast passes and coins. I think we've already covered this before as well. So fast pass and free coins, these two things do not contribute to income, and they can be obtained from various means by the reader themselves. Usually, free coins nowadays is a lot more rare to obtain. So usually, it's I think through a referral, or if you win WPC, WFP, or if you are in win-win, you probably might have, and that's where the free coins will come from. But what does contribute to your income is the paid coins that readers use, and they can get these through purchasing on the app on PC, or even through getting the membership that then gives them coins on a regular basis. So yeah. So why do we ask you to post regularly, and how does it help? So one of the reasons why is because this helps to use up the readers' fast passes. When they use up the fast passes, then they can start using their coins, right? So then it also helps to build up the habit in the reader to come back regularly to read your book. So it helps overall, and it builds up this habit of them coming back every day. Yeah. So also the other thing is that the fast passes do expire after a week. So if your reader forgets to use it, it expires. It means that then it increases the chances of them using coins to spend on your book. Therefore, they spend more, we earn more, right? So yeah. So I have an example here about the differences between uploading daily versus uploading less often. So let's say you can produce 7 chapters in a week. So if you upload daily, you can upload a chapter a day. So that all throughout the week, that's 7 chapters in total. Your readers come back to read regularly, and the reading time is spread out across throughout the week. So when you look at your reading stats, it will also look a lot more consistent, and you'll be able to properly track and see your reader engagement overall. And it also gives you a higher chance of your novel getting featured, because when we see that, oh, this author has been uploading regularly, then it increases the chances of us, or the marketing team picking it for promotions later on and stuff like that, because it shows that the author has consistency. If you upload less often, for example, let's say you upload all 7 chapters at one go once a week, readers only come back to read your book once a week when they see the notification. Maybe if they miss out the notification, then they might not, have known that there was a new chapter overall. The reading time would then be consolidated to one day. So then in your dashboard, the stats would look really weird and you can't really get a good gauge. It also lowers the chances of being featured, like I said, because it will be seen as lack of regular uploads. And then it just gives you less accurate reading stats and lackluster engagement. Yeah. So why does having more chapters help? So I know, especially if you are currently on MGS, this might be a consideration that you might have. And I have had authors who come and ask me, which is better? Should I just do one chapter of 1,500 words and more, or should I do two, 1K or more chapters a day? Usually, I would say that having that two chapters is better than having that one chapter, and this is the reason why. So, if you have a 1.5K word chapter a day every day for a week, that's about seven chapters in total. And if your reader is, very efficient in getting their fast passes, they could just easily unlock all these seven chapters for free. Yeah. Whereas if you have, two chapters of one keywords or more, that's actually about 14 chapters in total for a week. And you will be able to use up your readers' fast passes, and then they'll be able to spend their coins on the additional chapters that you've managed to upload. So this is why usually I would recommend two chapters of one keywords or more. And if you think about it in terms of the amount of words you need to write, it's just like 500 to 600 words more, and then you will be able to hit this. So why not, right? Okay. Sometimes we do get this question as well, which is why should I keep my word count of my chapters low, especially for authors, or if you're more used to traditional publishing where a chapter is about 3,000 words, 5,000 words or more. Why is it good to keep that word count relatively on the lower side? Whether is it 1K or 1.5K, for example. So if let's say you have a 3,000 word chapter, yes, indeed, it means that the cost to unlock it is higher, approximately 15 coins based on uh, one coin is about 200 words. But that also means that it will only take the reader one fast pass to unlock, for example. So that might be something you want to take into consideration as well. And why you should not do this is because, first of all, readers do get turned off when the chapter cost is too high. We've seen this happen before. And, if they get turned off from spending coins on the chapter, then what happens next, right? So they might choose to use a fast pass instead of their coins to unlock the chapter because the cost is too high. And a 3K word chapter means you need more time to write it out, and it means that you are less likely to sustain regular uploads in the long run. So those are the reasons why we do not recommend this. On the other hand, if you keep your word counts to a chapter a little lower, 1K or be it 1.5K words per chapter, the cost of the chapter would probably be about 5 to 8 coins. It takes one fast pass to unlock, and this is the cost of chapter that is more widely acceptable amongst the readers. So they will be more inclined to unlock the chapters with their coins, and less words means less time to write, right? So then it will become more easy for you to sustain regular uploads in the long run. Yeah. Yeah. So the next one is just a table on how this would work out. So for example, if you have 3K words chapters, that means in 7 days, maybe you can only have seven chapters. You upload one daily. It is very likely that most of your readers will end up using their fast pass, which means lesser income for you overall. But if you upload 1K or 1.5K word chapters, for example, then across the 7 days, if you write 3K words daily, you would have 14 to 21 chapters available, right? Which is awesome. I'm sure that's what a lot of us would hope to have. And then if you upload one or two chapters daily, you would even have a little bit of a stockpile at the side. So you don't have to worry, in case if you fall ill or something happens and you need to settle that and you're not able to write, at least you have that stockpile ready to cover you. And with more chapters and a lower cost of coins to unlock the chapter, it means readers will be more inclined to use their coins, and therefore it gives you the potential of earning more income. Yeah. So I'm sure we have encountered many different types of readers in our writing journey. So these are the four types of readers I would notice in terms of how they spend their coins and their fast passes. So you will definitely have more or less a group of a pretty large number usually of what I call forever free readers. So these are the readers, no matter what you do, they would just want to read for free only. They sometimes do make a good fan base, but in terms of income, that's not who we are trying to look for, right? So then the other type you have is what I call a hybrid reader. So they would use a mixture of fast passes and coins, whether is it free or paid to read the book, for example. Then we have the loyal readers who will willingly support you financially as well, and they would willingly unlock your chapters using paid coins. And then, of course, the one that I think all of us would love to have, which is privileged loyal readers, because they are willing to purchase your privilege to support you and also to unlock your chapters. So those are the ones we aim for. So if you see all of them in like a sort of like a pyramid setting, the privileged ones are right at the top, followed by loyal, hybrid, then forever free. There isn't like not either one of them is bad or anything, but it's just that, you know, if you are able to figure out what these readers want, especially what your loyal readers are looking for, then there's that chance that you can capitalize on that and expand on it. And then that's how you get more income overall. Yeah. So then another question that we commonly ask is, how does privilege benefit me? So privilege mainly encourages readers to spend more coins, therefore brings you more income, right? Yeah. So I have an example here. In scenario A, you have a novel, 200 chapters, no privilege, and it has 150 log chapters. So regular readers will be able to read up to chapter 200. Whereas in scenario B, this novel has, same amount of chapters, but it has privilege set up. So therefore it does make readers want to spend coins more, especially if your story is reach an really exciting point. They want to find out what happens next. Then there is the option for them to see more chapters and spend coins on it, and then it brings you more income, and then everyone is happy. Yeah, because if you have it in scenario A, when a new chapter is published, those readers will probably end up using fast points or coins to unlock that new chapter. But in the novel B scenario, if only readers who have bought privilege, they can see that latest chapter and they will be using coins on it. So that brings you more income. Yeah. That's all that we have for today. Thank you for listening. I know it's a bit dry for this topic, but I hope that it helps you to understand more about how you can increase your income and why we say certain things. Yeah. We will now open for questions. Just to put it out there, if anyone has any question about pilot read, please don't ask. We are in the middle of collating. Yeah, so you've heard the reply that you're probably looking for with regards to that. Yeah. If you need us to explain any points, please let us know as well. Uh, Amy Lin asks about if there's a place that explains privilege in detail for readers. Only, okay, if I'm not wrong, it's in the app, and it's when you've reached the part of the novel where there are gonna be privileged chapters. There is an explanation there for readers on what it is and how it works, if I'm not wrong. Like it tells them you pay coins to unlock it, and then you need to use more coins to unlock the chapters. So from the reader's point of view, I know that is definitely available. Yeah.
Should I make a blog post explaining it the same way I did for the authors? I
Can
mean,
I
you
guess that
guys,
would
yeah, you guys have that guide, right? The one that we did for you, where we have like the one reader called Norma and another reader called Privilege Arena. So I can do a similar one for the readers so that it explains how
yeah.
and how they
Oh,
can buy content. Sorry, go ahead.
oh no, no, it's okay. I'm just wondering how many people will see it. That's the thing. But I think it's good to have lah.
Yeah, I can just create like a standalone page on the blog, and then I can just put a short link to it, and then
Mm,
any authors who want to use it to explain to the readers can do so. So you can just give that link to your
mm,
readers and say, here is what privilege is, and you can go read out. And then I'll also like put a guide there for them how to buy it, and then we will also explain very clearly that if they buy it in the last 3 days of the month, they are going to, on the last day of the month, they are going to get a very big surprise.
yeah.
So I think, yeah, I think we'll, Amy, that's a good question. I think I'll just make a guide, yeah, for that. I know you have a video explaining using nerf darts, was it, or markers? I saw your video. Can she's like, "Oh, I'm a mom, so I'm gonna use Nerf darts," something like that. It's quite cute. So anyway, yeah, I'll just make a blog post with screenshots and stuff. Okay, thank you, Amy. I'll do that. Just remind me for it.
Mm, thank you.
Uh, Amy did. Is it markers or Nerf darts? I can't remember. It was something quite cute. Since we're talking about privilege, right? Since everyone is here, and generally I'm looking at the list of people here. Most of you guys are the what we consider the seasoned authors, the experienced authors. I'm going to assume that everybody here knows how privilege works. You're not going to ask us questions like, "Oh, Linda, I want to set up privilege on the first of next month. Do I need to have all my chapters ready by then?" I'm going to assume that none of you will have this kind of question. Uh, 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 so the only thing that we need to inform you guys is that just be sure to change your settings before the 25th. I know it used to be the last 3 months of the last 3 days of the month, but it seems that now IT is giving like earlier and earlier cutoff. So just try to change it ASAP. Don't wait until the last 3 days of the month to change your privilege settings. And also, I think one main concern I have for my authors who know how to use privilege to their advantage is raising your prices. So that is always a gamble on raising your prices for your tiers or increasing your tiers. I would say that increasing your tiers is the safer way to go because let's say for example if you always only had 2 tiers and then like you want to earn more money because you see that the take up rate is quite good, you're like, oh okay, this is not bad, so you're thinking of like getting in more readers. Increasing your tiers is always a safer way to go because if your readers complain, you can always say that, oh, if you want to read faster, you want to access the chapters faster, you can always buy more tiers. But if not, I already update regularly anyway, so eventually you'll get to see the chapters, and then if they want to make noise, then you're like, well, you can always support me and buy my chapters. I mean, just explain to them that as it is already, like people get to read the chapters when they are published, and if they can use FastPass. So the ones who are complaining are normally the free readers. So I won't say ignore them because they do have the potential to get converted to paid readers. But I think most of you already know who your loyal readers are, like your super loyal ones who will just buy, and support you, and they say that your chapters are worth it. So most of the time, those won't complain. So the ones who do complain, try not to get too affected by them. Usually it's because they are cheapskates or they want something for free. So just increase your tiers. Increasing the prices for your privilege chapters is really a hit or miss. I had some authors who did well and some authors who didn't do well. So it's really a gamble. It's really up to you. So yeah. Oh no, this is going to be streamed, right? Oh shit.
You gotta call them thrifty readers.
All the struggling college students eating cup noodles and trying to buy your privilege, and then we call them cheapskates.
No.
I'm sorry. All the broke
No, I
college
mean,
students.
there's nothing wrong with being broke. I mean, like, not all of us were broke at one point, right? But the ones who
You're broke.
complain are,
You're
yeah,
broke.
you're entitled, right? I mean, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, like, if you want free stuff, just wait. Like, eventually you see the chapters, right? But if you were going to complain to the author and make them feel bad, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, the entitlement is really there. So, I mean, those are the ones who I'm referring to as cheapskates. They're free readers and they want everything. But the ones who are reading for free and they don't mind waiting, I have no problem with that. I mean, like I said, they are your loyal readers. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents that you're earning for each coin. Sincerely is asking about mass releases. So it pretty much depends on the number of tiers that you set. So let's say for example, if you set 3 tiers, right? And then your highest tier is let's say 10 chapters, right? And then you're doing a mass release of 10 chapters. So generally speaking, it's like toothpaste. So when you squeeze out, the earlier 10 chapters will come out. So your free non-privileged readers will see the earlier 10 chapters, but they won't see the ones that you did for mass release. You understand what I mean, right? Yeah, yeah. So it's like generally, it's just think of toothpaste. Always think of toothpaste. The ones at the top will come out first, and then the ones at the bottom, as you squeeze, will come slowly.
Hmm. I think the only time it won't come out is if you set a new privilege tier and then you need to fill in for your privilege pool. Then it won't then it won't come out, if that makes sense. Oh my god, what? This is so weird.
Oh, it's coming on his butt.
Hmm.
Okay, Tanya Winters, we have explained this many times. We've explained this in the announcements. It's pinned in the announcements. Just gonna address it one more time. Um, there are two scenarios when you update and you edit later. Okay, scenario A is you upload your chapter. Okay, let's say when you upload at the time is 1,500 words. Okay, so you upload it, it's 1,500 words. So that means it will cost oh my god, I can't maths now. 6, 7, 8 coins. It costs 8 coins, right? Yes, it will cost 8 coins. So when you update it, it's 1,500 words. It costs 8 coins. Okay. Then later on, when you edit your chapters, let's say you add in more words, right? You say, oh, I left out a scene. I'll add a scene here, and then you change it so that it goes up to maybe, let's say for example 1,800 words. It's not going to magically jump up to 9 coins because the system will just take whatever you uploaded at the time. They'll always take the lower number. It's the same thing for MGS. It's the same thing for win-win. The system will always take the lower number, okay? So your scenario B is if, let's say for example, you updated, let's say a 2,000 word chapter, and then later on your readers complain it's too much, after that later you edit it so that it's down to like maybe 1,600 words, the system will always take the one that came first. So you will, the coins will still cost for 2,000, which is like 10 coins. Yeah, you will still cost 10 coins. So please don't update and then edit later, especially if your word count is going to be very drastic, the change. Please always do your editing offline and then upload it. It's just going to cause you so much problems if you update first and then you edit later. It's going to cause you problems in terms of like your word count, going to cause you problems in terms of your coins and everything. Yes, Amy, I pretty much confirmed it. If you guys have no more questions, we have to go and settle a few other things now. So maybe if there's no more questions, we are gonna go. Okay, so uh if any of you have any topics that you want to see for follow-up chats, then we will just let us know. And then if it is relevant to a lot of people, then we will do that as a seminar topic. Yes, by the way, Chloe is right. It will not release. I think there was an issue with, was it my Novel 20, where she set up 5 tiers and then she only had enough chapters for 2 tiers or something. And then so the 2 tiers came out and then the other three didn't come out, something like that. So generally speaking, whenever you don't have enough chapters for your privilege, it's just not gonna show. So okay, let's say for example, right? Let's say you have 3 tiers, okay? So your first tier is 2 chapters for 1 coin. Your second tier is 5 chapters for, let's say, I don't know, 5 coins. And then your third tier is 10 chapters for 10 coins. I'm just giving an example, okay? Then let's say for example you only upload 8 chapters, so you didn't fulfill your last tier, right? So your readers will only see the first 2 tiers, they won't see the last tier. They will only see the last tier when you upload enough chapters for it. Okay, so anyway, thanks guys for coming today. The other CEs want to say anything?
No, I don't have anything to add.
Okay, thank you guys. See you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good
Bye. Have a good
weekend.